Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is your Arabic teacher Sam, and a very warm welcome back to another video here on the Arabic with Sam channel. Once again, obviously this is a Friday, so we're doing another video in our series on useful Arabic. Just little phrases, little expressions, sentences that we take directly from Arabic Workshop, and we just unpack the language a little bit more for you guys. So what is this one? Let me read it for you. So we have ما هذا القرار كل شيء في هذا البلد سعره مرتفع. So we have ما هذا القرار. We learnt the word قرار in last lesson. It's just a decision, or in this case, it might be like a policy or something, because it's من الحكومة, it's from the government. But what is this decision? ما هذا القرار. كل شيء في هذا البلد. So كل شيء. كل means all of or every, and a شيء is a thing. So this is kind of how we say everything. You know, when you use كل, it's like an إضافة. The way that you use it, you say all of something. And so كل شيء, which is why it's شيء, right? So all of the thing, everything, right? في هذا البلد, in this بلد. And so sometimes students often ask me about why is it البلدي, right? The question that I usually get from students is how do these demonstrative pronouns like هذا and ذلك and تلك and هذه, how do they affect the case, right? Because if we're just to have in the country, you'd have في البلد, right? But what about when we have في هذا البلد, right? And the هذا doesn't change the case at all, right? I think the هذا البلد is still governed by the preposition, the في, right? But it's just the case that these demonstrative pronouns don't express themselves with case, right? They are مبني, they're not معرب. They are مبني, meaning they are built upon one particular ending. هذا. You don't end up with هذه or هذا or هذو, depending on the different case, right? But I mean, technically, هذا in this case is مجرور, but it just doesn't express its case with short vowels like most nouns and adjectives do. So so what is this decision? Everything in this town or in this city or in this country, سعره, its price. Okay, we talked about the word themen and sir in the last lesson a little bit, but themen, I think, void of context, themen is better translated as a value of something, but sir is literally the price that's on it. So سعره, its price is مرتفع. So if it's مرتفع, it's raised or inflated or something like that. It does come from the verb رفع, but when you رفع something, it's you raising something else, right? But if it's ارتفاع, then it's just inflating in and of itself, right? But it is from that same root, رفع, and then there's the verb ارتفع, which is, in the Western tradition, we call it the form 8. In the classical tradition, you just use the pattern, افتعل pattern, but مرتفع, it means that it's raising or it's an increased or inflated price or something like that. It's quite a useful word to know. There's a similar relationship between and quite often form 1 and form 8 verbs have that relationship. Like another example that's just come to mind is the verb فتح. For example, like when we learn that in the form 1, just the normal verb, فتح, it means to open something. Like if I'm opening the door, right? But when we talk about like a grand opening, right? Something is just opening in and of itself, you call it افتتاح. افتتاح. I remember in Nablus in Palestine, where I spent my year abroad, there's one of the mountains, like Nablus is kind of in a valley, and then there's mountains on each side, and one of the mountains has this place called Samat Nablus, I think it's called, like the sky of Nablus. And when you go up there, you can see over the whole of Nablus, but it's not open all year. They call the opening of it افتتاح سماء Nablus. The opening of the opening of, but because in that case it's not talking about a person coming and opening it. In that case you could use the verb فتح, if a person was going to go and open it, but it's just the opening of it. So that's kind of a little bit on the relationship between form 1 and form 8 as well, for those of you who are of a grammatical spirit and are interested in those details. So that's everything for this very short little video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to like and share it. And then we get to come back on Sunday as well for another little video that we'll be doing on one of the questions that's coming from the students on the Arabic in 60 Steps program. So see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.